Welcome to WLM TV's The Ag Scene, where we explore some of the agricultural topics affecting the state of Wyoming. Today we're in Douglas at the State Fair, and we're enjoying the 2010 Centennial Farm and Ranch celebration, where they award families a special award for people who have been in the farming industry and ranching industry for over 100 years. It's an important event, it's an impressive time, and these are people that have really contributed to the economy and the history of Wyoming for the last 100 years and some more. So we're going to enjoy some of the families, get to do some interviews, talk to some of the people who are at the event as well. So join us today on The Ag Scene.
This program was first established in 1990 as part of Wyoming Centennial as a means of honoring ranch families that have been in continuous operation for 100 years or more. And it was reestablished by the State Historic Preservation Office and its many partners in this special program back in 2006. Since it has been reestablished, we have honored over 90 families. Today, 26 families joined the ranks of the honorees and families that have been in operation for 100 years or more. We're very honored and privileged to have here today with us our entire Wyoming delegation. Our Congressman Cynthia Lummis, our fine junior Senator John Barrasso and his wife Bobby, and our esteemed senior Senator Mike Enzi and his wife Robin. And of course, the Honorable Governor of Wyoming, Dave Friedenthal, and his wife, First Lady Nancy Friedenthal.
So we're visiting here with Mr. Jim Magagna, and he's the Executive Vice President of the Wyoming Stock Growers Association. You know, part of what we were discussing is how important the agricultural industry is in Wyoming, its historical perspective, and how we're looking into the future as well.
Well, it is, and not only just for the sake of agriculture, but you know, of course, compared to the energy industry in Wyoming, the numbers are lacking a lot of zeros, but agriculture has just been so fundamental to the economic history of this state, to the cultural history of the state, and I don't foresee that changing, even though we may not have the big numbers in terms of our contributions to the economy and to government. It still is so fundamental, and so many small communities in Wyoming exist because of the agricultural enterprise. So we feel we've got a proud history and we're celebrating today, but we've also got a bright future filled with opportunity and challenges.
Absolutely, and one of those things that comes into the bright future is youth, the youth of Wyoming, and how we can bring the youth into the agriculture industry to keep it, you know, in perpetuity and in Wyoming into the future.
You know, that is so critical, and it's such a pleasure to look at these families that are here today and see so many of them that have that young and very young, in some cases, generation here with them. So that is very uplifting. It's a sign of hope.
All right, well, we have the distinct pleasure of meeting with the DeGaring Ranch family, and this is Kenny DeGaring. Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you guys
Very
today?
Good, very good. We're having a great day.
This is an exciting day for the whole family.
It is.
So tell us a little bit about your ranch, your history, who started it, all that good stuff.
Well, my grandparents homesteaded where we live now, and those went past generations, and my dad and my mom lived basically where we do and just kept building on the ranch, and my wife and I and my children live there now. And we have a cow-calf operation and a yearling operation. Our base of operation is north of Lusk, Wyoming, about 25 miles. We run some of our cattle in south of Lusk, and we also have some irrigated pivots that we put up hay ground on, and it's east of Lusk. So basically all of our operation is in Niobrara County, and we're pretty well diversified. We can raise our own feed supply, and we do some custom haying, and we've been basically in the Angus cow business for a long time. We crossbreed some of those with Charolais, and we do some basically black to raise our own females and stuff.
Okay, so we are meeting with the Berry family, one of the recipients of the Centennial Farm and Ranch Award today, and this is Stacia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And so tell me a little bit where you're located, some of the history behind your ranch and all that good stuff.
We are the Berries, and we're located in southeast Wyoming in Laramie County, and we are 100 years old this year, and this is a ranch that has seen all sorts of changes throughout the years, but we have always been consistent in raising great families and great cattle. So that's what we're proud of.
All right, and you have many generations that are represented today.
We do. We're just entering our 5th generation of Wyoming ranchers. Though they may be small, they are our 5th generation that are just starting to crop up. But yep, an exciting heritage of people that have been committed to the land, to a tough landscape. There have been many times that maybe some of us have questioned why a wagon would stop in Laramie County, but that's where we parked, and that's where our family has been for 100 years.
Well, thanks for joining us today on WLM TV's The Ag Scene. We've enjoyed visiting with some of the families that have been celebrating 100 years or more in farming and ranching in Wyoming. We got to talk to some of the special dignitaries that were attending the event and enjoy some of the festivities. This is a very impressive time and something that they celebrate at the State Fair in Douglas. So thanks for joining us today on The Ag Scene.